always knew the Saints were ambitious, but I never thought I'd see them end up in the White House. And when the player called me saying how they couldn't do it without me, how could I say no? Thought maybe I was in line for vice president, but I guess Keith beat me to it. Still, being the president chief of staff certainly had its perks. Not bad for a kid from Sunnyvale Gardens. Woohoo!
Oleg is one of the best things that ever happened to me, and right now it feels like the worst. I'm up here trying to save us from captivity and psychological torture, and all I can think about is him. He's the only one who ever truly understood what I was saying. I never thought I'd meet someone with an intelligence nearly matching my own who made me feel like I wasn't constantly missing something in my life. Now I am.
Okay, maybe it didn't all work out the way I planned. You know, Shaundi got a TV show, and every guy in the world wanted me. I was doing commercials and barely getting my music off the ground. But still, now I'm the Deputy Chief of Staff of the President of the United States, so that's gotta count for something. Though, I don't think the approval ratings are gonna much matter anymore.
Drop the bass.
Right now, you ugly. The effigy.
Saints were back in Stillwater, I figured it couldn't hurt to have a little more muscle on the Brotherhood side. 2080 was a fair split for a bunch of has-beens from the road. After all, we were the strongest crew in the city. What do we have to fear from them? If their leader wasn't such a greedy asshole, maybe things wouldn't have escalated like they did. After what the Saints did to my face, they had to expect a little payback. Carlos was an easy target and hurt their boss the most. But Jessica, that was going too far. Vogel rips off my shipment after letting my crew get killed. And I wasn't about to let the Brotherhood go down because of some prick in a suit. I thought I had that same dead to rights. I mean, they couldn't kill me in my own home. What chance did they have to survive my trap? I had a perfect setup. Even used the truck that killed Jessica for a little poetic justice, but it didn't matter. I lost. Fucking Saints.
Drop the bass.
Nobody puts up self-aggrandizing statues in my town, but me.
How was I supposed to know that MI6 would end up offering me asylum just so they could pair me up with one of their operatives? I mean, Nasha and I got along great, but now I had to work with the government instead of against it. Not usually my cup of tea. Still, I guess it's better than being hunted down by the Saints, or Killbane. Just have to keep myself from pissing off a trained killer is all.
Drop the bass.
Take that, you ugly effigy. Yeah!
Zinyak kicked the stool out from under my political aspiration when he and his... One of the worst things you can do is piss off America. Now, I don't necessarily agree with how the president is handling these things. Seems there must be a better way. I'm not saying I'd do better, but... shit, maybe that's exactly what I'm saying. If I had the chance, anyway.
I should have stayed in.
Oh, yeah! The big... Yeah! Oh, yeah!
Putting me in charge of the brothels was the best idea King ever had. There's no way anyone else in Stillwater would have been able to control the girls the way I did. It brought in the money, it brought in the clients, and it would have been the backbone.
Yeah!
Things haven't ruined it all. King never had the control he thought he did over the Vice Kings. It was all me and Warren keeping things running. Well, mostly me. Warren's ego got just as big as Benjamin's in the end. He thought the two of us would rule the city. Guess he didn't know me like he thought he did. Warren, Tony, Alderman Hughes. I had them all wrapped around my finger. They would have died for me. Come to think of it, I guess they did.
When the Vice... stopped being about protecting Sunnyvale, I knew it was time to get out of the game. I was hoping that Benjamin could keep the city locked down, but years passed, and it ended up being the same old shit. Only this time, the victims were the people in Saints Row. I thought the Vice Kings was a cautionary tale that I learned something from. That if I built a new street gang, I could control it.
Nobody puts up aggrandizing statues in my town, but me.
So fucking naive. I knew early on what it was I let loose on Stillwater. LeBlanc was reckless and uncaring. Left a wake of bodies pointing right back at us. Think more of the city was destroyed than saved in the end. Sure, the Saints were taken over, but at what cost? I couldn't risk letting a sociopath run things, so I did what I had to do. Never thought the bastard was... I don't... You make your choices, you live with them. But if I could take anything back, it would be the way things ended up with Angela. It was all fun and games for her. She wanted to be just like Benjamin. I shouldn't have let her get in so deep.
I gotta admit, I didn't think much of the boss when they first joined the crew. I thought there was no way they were gonna make really help taking over Stillwater. Hell, they didn't even talk back then. But after that shit with the Vice Kings, I knew we found ourselves one hell of a scene. There's nothing the boss can't do. Things ain't ever been easy for the Saints. First, we lost Lynn to the Rollers back in Stillwater. And then Julius tried blowing up the boss and the Saints fell apart. And after getting the crew back together, the Brotherhood had Carlos killed and Aisha.
Drop the bass.
Take that, you ugly effigy!
And then fucking Philippe Loren tried taking me out, only to have Zinyak come in and snatch me from the Saints anyway.
Woohoo!
Shit's always been rough.
time.
Drop the bass.
That Zinyak's a vain bastard.
Aisha's death. It hit me really hard. I thought I'd made peace with it. Zinyak's fucking simulated hell took its toll. You know, I know the whole point was that I'd never be able to save her, but that shit would never stop me from trying. The boss didn't show up to help. I don't know how much longer I could